Yes, boss. See the topic and what it is that we're talking about, right? Simping help elevate undeserving people. You know we got to start off Monday with a spicy one, right? So here's the deal. A simp is a person who you could say they have sympathy for the wrong people. You know what I'm saying? Oh my gosh, you're going through something. Oh, I sympathize or I empathize with you. And it's like, bro, like, there's nothing wrong with being a caring person. I'm very caring, but you got to understand that in life, caring too much about the wrong situation or somebody who's not reciprocating that back to you, that's going to cause you to burn up time, waste your energy, all of that, right? But you got to understand something. Simps help elevate undeserving people, and I'm not going to lie, simping kind of help hurt the world in a big way. You get what I'm saying? And I'm going to teach you about that. Simping, as I stated, yeah, you're giving care to the wrong kind of people. Cool. But the thing about it when it comes to simping is you have people who simp for people who are completely undeserving. Whether it's because they probably look good or they look hot or whatever the case may be, or they're mysterious, they pique your interest, whatever the case may be, right? If a person is undeserving of attention and you're rewarding them with it and they did nothing for it, it's going to kind of seem like you're giving that person the power. It's like the ball is in that person's court. And once you give somebody the power, they have all rights to do whatever it is that they want with that power. Whether it's disrespect you, walk over you, undermine you, use you, whatever. Because why? You handed them the keys to the truck. You basically got leverage. You could do whatever you want. That's why simping is very dangerous. I'm going to go a little bit deeper into that, right? Let's say a person gets rewarded for something that they never deserve or they never did anything. Give you an example, right? Make it easy. Let's say there's this girl that you like. She's super pretty, right? And I'm pretty sure you've seen this before. Some guys be like, oh my gosh, you're so beautiful. And oh my God, you're actually inflating that person's ego. Some people aren't like that where it's like, that doesn't inflate my ego. But there are some people, it's like it gives them a high when they got somebody, this person gives me compliments or whatever the case may be. It can make them feel a little bit more than what they actually are. Matter of fact, I'm going to give you an example, right? There was this girl I used to work with. This was like way back when I used to work in call centers, right? The girl is all right looking. I'm not going to call her name. You feel me? She's pretty decent looking. You feel me? But I noticed something. I don't know if it's because of her look. She's not the thickest or whatever. She got a nice little shape on her, but it's something about her that drew curiosity with certain dudes. She'd have a roster of dudes. Oh, this dude right here, he buys me lunch. This guy over here, he buys me lunch. This guy, he pays my bills. If she had a roster of like 10 dudes, on that roster, probably like 2 or 3 of them clapping cheeks. You feel me? The rest of them are do-boys. And I'm looking at it like, yo, if one person can feel this powerful to the point where, I have you paying the cars, my bills, or you giving me money for lunch, you doing that, you're putting a person in power. And here's the thing, you got to understand something. Power is something not everybody can handle. You feel me? So if a person gets power and they're not used to it, they can use it in an ill-advised way. That person can in terms take that power and use it to where it's only benefiting them. You're not getting anything in return. And that kind of brings me to the next subject. But before I kill that out, right? When you praise somebody and you make them feel valuable, even when they're not, you're inflating their head to where they feel like, you know what, maybe I can go ahead and get a couple simps, or maybe I can get a roster. When you're doing something as to where you're giving somebody that power and leverage over you, you can't really be mad how that person uses the power, because one, not everybody knows how to use power, and two, if that person used power that you gave to them and they screwed you over for it, you can't really get mad sometimes. You get what I'm saying? As well as that, think of it like this. Simps settle for bare minimal effort. This is why I said simps kind of did it's very bad, right? So if you're giving to somebody, let's say, and I know somebody who's in this predicament, you're doing for a person, you pay their bills, or you spend time with them, or you take them out to restaurants, and all you get is like a little kiss on the cheek or whatever, you're not getting your full ROI. ROI, return on investment. That person looks at you like, this is what you're supposed to do. And then sometimes when people aren't used to certain treatment, they can take that treatment and go off the deep end with it. Just roller coaster the hell out of you because it's like, yo, I'm not used to this. Then this is why I said you have to take a step back a little bit, right? If you're giving somebody something that they're not used to or they didn't appreciate or they didn't rightfully work hard for, chances are they're not going to appreciate or respect it. You get what I'm saying? Versus now, you putting yourself in a situation where somebody's giving back to you, you're getting back your full return on investment. You can see the fruits of your labor coming back to you. You feel me? Versus when you're a simp, you don't get that back. When you're a simp, it's a one-way street, bro. Everything is one-sided, I mean. You're giving to this person, you're getting back bare minimal. It's like destiny swapping. You know what? This person doesn't have much. I have a lot. Let me give to this person and give and give and give and give. And now that person decides to give you back a little bit, you're happy with the bare minimal. That's how simping elevates undeserving people. And as well as that, you got to understand, simping also destroys the world. Because you're basically trading your power and giving the ball to somebody who doesn't probably know how to handle it and taking, and in turn, swapping out your situation for what they're in. You get what I'm saying? Understand this. It doesn't matter how fine a person looks, how sexy they look, how fat the ass is, whatever the case may be, if you're not getting appreciated or respected, you're basically losing in that situation. You're more like a what? A people pleaser. You feel me? As well as that, besides simps settling for bare minimal effort, they keep getting back the same results, and it's like they're good with that. And you need to understand this. There are some people who know their value in this world, and there are some people who absolutely do not know their value. So understand this. To know you have value, I could put it in different ways. You're a person who works hard. You're responsible. You pay bills. You know how to hold down a job. You know how to have your things in line. You're a person of value. There's different things in this world that can make you a person of value. But what I'm trying to tell you is you don't want to take that value that you have or that you work so hard for to accumulate to give to somebody else. Because mind you, that's how some people do feel valued in this world. You know what? Let me see if I can buy this person. Let me see if I can invest into this person's heart. You get what I'm saying? It's just like, example, I was watching a Pop the Balloon episode one day, right? And there was this girl. The girl looked good. You feel me? Tall, nice shape, ass, thick, everything, right? And when the girl labeled what she has, I was like, she ain't got no kids. That's a cool thing. But you're focused on this model career and all of this stuff. Cool. Everybody got dreams, right? But because the girl looked so damn good, listen what I'm saying. Because she looked so damn good, there were some dudes that were up there that were willing to put themselves out there on the line. Like, pick me. You're giving away your power that way. One of the dudes said, listen, baby, you should pick me because why? I have a house. You'll be living with me in Vegas. We have a pool in the backyard. I have a couple dogs. We travel at least half the time out of the year. Once that girl heard that, I'm sold. What is that? That's simping. And I'm going to teach you something, right? If you have value or you got something popping for yourself, you don't have to stick yourself out there on the line like, pick me, pick me. That's a sucker move, bro. If a person going to pick you, make sure they pick you for who you are, your personality, all of that there. Not for what you can give to them. You feel me? You want to be the person that caught them, not the person that bought them. You feel me? You could be the person out here, look, I'm wavy, I'm handsome, I got personality, I'm funny. Girls will like you for that. Then there's some dudes, they don't have no personality, no charm, no nothing, no riz, no none of that. They feel like, I got to buy her. Guess what? If she likes you like that, you don't got to buy her on anything. If she likes you like that, the dudes who are, somebody give me money, I'm going to spend that on the guy that I really like. You get what I'm saying? So I'm trying to tell you something. In life, don't over-invest and don't overextend yourself to get into a situation. You want to make sure you're the person that you didn't end up buying a person or that person chose you for who you are, not the things you have. Oh, you should choose me because I have a nice house. We vacation half the time of the year. You're upselling yourself, homie. That's like saying yo, that person likes you for your resources. How would you know if that person really liked you for you? You feel me? So that's why you got to understand these things. So that's why I said as to into the aspect how simping helped to destroy the world. And as well as that help elevate undeserving people. Therefore, understand this. Simping sets the bar low for a lot of these women, right? When these guys who really going to put them in check and say, hey, you need to do this, you need to do that. Guess what? They don't have to really listen to you like that. They don't have to sit there and play along because why? I got a simp. My simp's willing to do whatever for me. And guess what? That means I don't have to listen to you. I have a way out of this situation. Guess what? I don't have to listen to you and the commands or you and your dictatorship. I could go elsewhere. You don't want to take care of me and do certain things. Guess what? This sucker over here would. Bye. Why you think there's some people in the world? They'll never learn. Because you have to understand some people have their game cut out for them. When somebody's coming into the world, there was somebody already here full of experience. When somebody out here already got street knowledge, there's somebody still trying to learn it. So that's why people have their game cut out for them. Well, you're up on game. You're not a sucker. This guy is. You're not going to give me this and pay for my lifestyle. This guy is. So guess what? Bye. You feel me? That's how the game works. And you got to understand that. That's why some people feel as if, yo, simping is a horrible thing. And it's definitely set the bar low as to where you cannot hold women what? Accountable. Which brings me to the next one, right? Simping rewards bad behavior, which pushes people to avoid accountability. So example, right? If people know, yo, I have somebody doing something for me and this person really likes me and I don't really like them. Guess what? It's a slim chance they're going to stop that game. Why? Because guess what? Things are the way I like it. You tending to me, you're catering to me, you're giving me my life, you're giving me this lifestyle. Something I never really work hard for, which means I'm not going to really respect it or appreciate it. That's another one. I'll save that for a future topic. People don't really appreciate or respect what they didn't rightfully work hard for. You feel me? Some people might appreciate it, but they don't know what you went through to get in that situation. So go a little bit deeper, right? Look at the example. Matter of fact, I'm make it Queen and Click, right? Quick. Look at Hey Arnold, one of my favorite TV shows. If you know Hey Arnold, Gerald had an older brother. If you've seen this episode when Gerald, his brother got a girlfriend, Gerald his brother's supposed to be a bad boy, right? He got a hold of a girl and was simping out of this world, going and picking up the girl laundry, going dropping off her laundry. Oh, she likes souffles? Let me go and make her a souffle. Everything for this girl's liking. And this girl treating him like what? You a sucker, right? Don't matter if you a bad boy or whatever. You are a sucker to me. You get what I'm saying? I don't have to treat you with respect. She knew what she was doing was wrong. She knew she didn't really like Gerald's brother, right? She just knew, yo, you got benefits to you. You got a car. Yo, you'll pick up my laundry. You'll be my sucker. You'll make me a souffle. You'll take me and my girlfriend to ballet practice. That girl was taking full advantage of him. And show you what the screwed up part about all of this was, right? Gerald and Arnold used to get picked on by Gerald's brother. Until the point where Gerald said, yo, I don't like how my brother's moving. I'd rather him get back to his old bullying ways to me than him to go out like a sucker. So he had to bring yourself in. I'm going to show you what this girl is on. This girl been lying to you, dog. This girl been playing you like you a sucker. You get what I'm saying? That's when he finally understood and seen, yo, you know what? This girl has been playing me like a sucker. I have been treating my little brother and his homie real green like. He used to always bully and pick on them. But guess what? The same people that you turn around bullied, they came back and helped you in a situation. That shows you need to what? Change your ways and be more attentive and be more realistic and understand the situation. That girl never cared about him. She never valued him. But you're sitting here bullying and picking on people that was there for you or probably would have never gave you hell or treated you a certain kind of way. That's what you need to understand. That's what simping creates. Simping creates this thing where some people lack accountability because I wouldn't say their judgment is clouded. They're getting what it is that they want. So I don't care what goes on. Mind you, the famous saying, people aren't really sorry for certain things. They're sorry when they get caught because the game is over. The well ran dry. I can't play this game no more. I gotta be clean and I gotta walk the straight line, or I gotta be honest. Mind you, some people, if they can stay in the dark with their games and their foolishness, they're gonna continue doing that. So that's why I said what I said. Simping helped destroy the world and elevated the wrong people. Because some people have sympathy for the wrong kind of people and don't know that some people put themselves in these predicaments. It was fun to be a hoe. It was fun to be out here screwing people over. That doesn't mean go out here and have sympathy for the wrong kind of people. Like I said, having sympathy or empathy is a good thing, but having it for the wrong kind of people is to where you can become a people pleaser. That's when it can become dangerous. You feel me? With that being said, remember this. Words can help you. They can hurt you. But here on my channel, I'm going to uplift you because everybody's a champion. Nobody's a loser, man. 440 for the world. Understand this. In life, simping, if you don't know what it is or how to get out of it, you're going to be in that for a long time until you get a severe heartbreak or a serious reality wake-up call or a reality check, something. But you have to understand that when you're simping, you're going to be the one that's giving. When that person is on the other end, they're going to be the one that's what? Taking. And they're going to take all it is that they can. Remember what I taught you. If you're an empath or you're a giver, you need to have boundaries, because takers what? They don't have no boundaries. They don't have no limits. They'll take until you have nothing else to give, and they'll be gone on to the next person, and they'll laugh at you like a what? Like a sucker. You feel me? So make sure you're not being a people pleaser to the point where you're leaving yourself stranded or you're leaving yourself last, as to where you cannot pick up again or you cannot walk again, or your resources are exhausted trying to buy your way into somebody's heart. Don't do that shit. You feel me? 140 for the world, man. Peace.